Hello guys! So you probably saw the title, and yes, today I'm gonna give you some tips on the contracts inside your AutoShop garage. As you know, this week the payouts of the contracts are triple money, but even when it's at normal payouts, it is still a very good money-making method, and by doing them, you not only earn a good amount of money, but you also increase your LS car meet level. By leveling up, you unlock new wheel options, which could be found in track wheel type. And in my opinion, these are a really good wheel options for your cars. You also unlock custom liveries for your cars and also an outfits which could be purchased inside the LS car meet. Starting off, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what these contracts are all about. In all of these contracts, you have 3 parts, 2 quick setup missions and 1 quick finale. In total, every contract shouldn't take you over 30 minutes to complete, and when you're good at it, you can complete it in under 20 minutes. Mind you, you cannot do the same contract over and over again because it has a short cooldown. In this video, I'm gonna tell you tips that could be applied to every single contract. After that, I'm gonna give you tips on 3 of my favorite contracts, which are the quickest and the easiest contracts you could do. And on to the first tip. My first tip for completing setups quicker is to use Oppressor Mark II, Sparrow or Buzzard helicopters, because most setup missions will make you go farther away from your AutoShop and it will be just quicker and easier. Also, in some of the setup missions, you will get in a pretty large shootouts in which having Oppressor or helicopter with rockets will be greatly useful to you. For the finale parts of the contract, I suggest you always use the Hustler weapon choices, because in this weapon choice you will get an assault rifle which will be easier to use and quicker to kill all the enemies. Also, before all the finale missions, don't forget to replenish your snacks, which could be done in your AutoShop, and it's free because in all of the finale missions you will get in the shootouts, and without snacks you won't be able to heal yourself and you will most likely die, and that wouldn't be great because you have a limited amount of lives during your finales. For the finale missions you will have to choose a car. If you haven't got a LS car tuner car, don't worry, you can use Sasanta's car, which you can get by doing the setup missions for your AutoShop. But if you have all the tuner's car, I would highly suggest you use the Vector because it's 4-wheel drive and will get you out of tough situations. Now moving on to the contracts. If you can, always choose Union Deposit contract because it pays the most amount of money. During this event you can earn up to 900,000, and on the regular, when there is not triple times money, you can earn up to 300,000, and in other contracts you can only earn 170,000. During the first setup mission you will always have to go to the same 2 places, so don't bother waiting for the call because you will always have to go in 2 places, and by the time you will get close to them it will already show it on your map. When you enter the building, I always suggest using minigun. It's the quickest way of killing the guards. The same applies when you enter the garage and steal a car. When you steal the car from the garage you will get 3 optional locations you can store the car. Don't bother choosing any particular one, choose the one closest to you, because in the finale mission the car will always be in the same spot. For the next setup you will have to go to the airport. I will always suggest you use Oppressor or helicopter to get there quicker. When you get in the police helicopter, always go to the Union Depository parking garage. While going there you will always use the police, so don't worry about losing them earlier. In the parking garage, it will always be the same blue Porsche that you have to scan the plates for to follow the bank manager. When you follow back the bank manager to the hotel, he will always spawn in the balcony or near the pool. If you are photographing him from the helicopter, always zoom in fully because it won't let you take a picture otherwise. Always take a picture when they are hugging. It's the only way the picture will be decent enough to finish the setup mission. When you do the finale and grab the gold, you will always get alerted. It doesn't mean you did something wrong. When I exit the elevator, I like to stick to this left corner and shoot the guards from here. After that, I like to run up to the exit and bomb these 2 cop cars that are coming to you. After that, it will always be a random amount of guards that will come to you. Kill them and quickly run to your car. While going to the car, I always like to watch my health and eat snacks according to it. When I get into the car, I like to always pay 5,000 for the diversion. It will get the cops off you way quicker and there's no potential way that you will get killed. The second best contract is the agency deal. During this event it pays over 500,000, but normally it pays 170, as all the other contracts do the same. During the first setup you will have to go to either of two locations. Mind you, the second location is not so common, and most of the time you will get the first location. To enter the first location without alerting the guards, I like to take this route to climb up this wall, and then you will get into the place without alerting the guards and without the cops following you. After that, you quickly have to find a blueprint and take a photo of it. To exit the site, I like to climb the silo and jump off with it so I don't have to alert the guards. If you're doing this setup mission with Oppressor or a helicopter, it's much easier. You have to only fly over the fence, and that way you enter it. The second location, you are kind of screwed because the guards block the entrance of these little buildings, and you will always have to kill at least one guard to enter these buildings and take a photo of it. But don't worry, because when you enter the tunnels, you will lose them very quickly. When you are at the marked place, you always have to take a photo of this door. For the second setup mission, I will always recommend you use Oppressor on a helicopter again, because you will have to kill a lot of people to get that package. Mind you, if you're in the Oppressor of helicopter, you don't have to exit it to pick up that package. Finally, onto the finale. When you go to the marked location, always park the car near the door, because when you exit there will be cops waiting for you. And if your car is near, you can just hop into it and run away from the cops that way. In this finale, I find that calling diversion is not necessary, because you can lose the cops fairly easily just by looking at the map and not going into the cops' radars. An important bit for the finale: when you get to the marked location, always search for the shovel, which will indicate where you have to search for that recipe. Mind you, it could be kinda hidden sometimes. It could be in the either corner near this wall, so just look at the trees and near the wall to search for the shovel. It also could be near the car, and the shovel will not be placed near the car, it will be placed inside, so look at it carefully. The third best contract is the SuperDolar deal. For the first setup mission, you will have to go to the Fort Zancudo base. It helps if you have the hangar in the Fort Zancudo base, because you won't get a wanted level. But if you don't own the hangar there, don't be worried, because you will get a waypoint to a car you can use to enter the Fort Zancudo base that way. This mission is set up as if you can do it sneakily, but throughout the times I did it, I could never get to the trailer without getting spotted. So I recommend using Oppressor to kill all the guards, or if you get there with a car, just steal a tank and kill every single guard. If you didn't fly there with a helicopter, just steal a laser jet and fly back to your AutoShop to lose the police. For the second setup mission, you will have to find the hacker and go to his home. Don't worry scaring him, because if you do so, it only spawns 2 more guards in his home that are really easy to kill. Now for the finale. I would highly recommend using a higher top speed car like Comet S2, because in this finale you will have to go far away from the AutoShop to get to the trailer. When I get to the convoy, I always like to kill the car in front of the truck so it doesn't shoot me later. After that, I like to unload all my grenades on the trailer and shoot it a bit to stop it. After that, you will enter the trailer and you will only have to kill 2 guards and collect 4 of the plates. When you exit the trailer, you will have to go back to the city, and a lot of enemy vehicles will be chasing you. So if you get pinned down, always have your inventory open and eat your snacks so they don't kill you. When you enter the city, you will lose all the enemies and you are safe now to go to the drop-off point. So that's it from me. If you have any other suggestions or tips, leave them in the comments below. I wish you best of luck doing these contracts, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.